digital, podcast, social media, and local events, along with world-class training and career growth opportunities. KBLA Talk 1580, located in historic Leimert Park, is currently hiring entry-level account executives for outside sales. Join a team featuring radio hosts Tavis Smiley, Dr. Cornell West, Jesse Jackson Jr., D.L. Hughley, Dr. Nee Cordelai Corte, Zoe Williams, and our very own Dominique DePrima. For more information on attending our upcoming career fair, contact SMB at KBLA1580.com today.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
So there's this weird stuff on the internet that kind of rots our brain. This stuff like Skibbity Toilet. I don't even know what that is. Like, I don't know if it's like a song or a dance move or a picture or a philosophy or religion. I don't even know what Skibbity Toilet is. And the problem is that the internet is getting filled with this kind of stuff. And we spend our times engaging with this stuff that like isn't a narrative. It's not a story. It's not a game. We just spend our time on the internet doing this weird crap. But the weirder thing is not just that we do it. It's that we can't stop. So today we're going to teach y'all a little bit about what the hell is going on, and also hopefully give y'all a foundation to spend less time rotting your brain. So the first thing is that the stuff that we're going to be talking about today is going to be like really fundamental stuff. We're going to be going to biological basics. And I know that that may sound a little bit weird, but I think it's becoming increasingly important for you to understand how your brain actually works. Like, what is it for? Like, why do we have these organs called brains? Once we understand that, we'll understand what is going on with all of this weird content on the internet, which, by the way, is like a weird thing to call it, right? It's not a story. It's not a game. It's not a movie. It's content. It's some weird, lifeless, amorphous pile of whatever that is not like anywhere near an art form. So we have to understand what's going on in our brain, how this content is affecting our brain, and hopefully that will lay the foundation for us to understand how to actually get over it. So we're going to start with like really basic stuff, okay? Which is like, why do human beings have brains? So we have brains to help us survive. And the circuitry in our brain is designed to move us towards staying alive, right? And a lot of the stuff that we have in our brains is kind of designed for that reason. So a simple example is orgasm. So why do human beings, or animals for that matter, why are they capable of orgasm? Why did we evolve this kind of particular circuit so that we can experience this maximal pleasure? It's because for the survival of the human race, we require sexual relations. And so without this fundamental thing, the human race would die out. Therefore, from an evolutionary standpoint, we develop this thing that gives us immense pleasure. Arguably, the most immense pleasure that you can get from life is orgasm. So we're going to say, like, okay, this thing is really important for us. Therefore, we are going to maximize the pleasure circuitry around it to induce the right kind of behavior. And it's not just orgasm. So this is also why, for example, we've developed social relationships. When you hug someone, or when you receive a hug, you get this spurt of oxytocin. Oxytocin improves your anxiety, improves your mood, helps you form bonds, relaxes you a little bit, lowers your stress level. And why is that? It's because when human beings hug each other, it forms a bond with them, and this sort of helps them increase their survival chances. Okay, so this is the thing. The brain is all designed to help us survive. Even the negative things that we experience, like hunger and thirst, why are they negative? It's because the brain is sending us a signal, hey, this thing is against our survival. This thing, unless we fix this problem, we will die, like drinking water. Therefore, I'm going to make this experience of dehydration unpleasant. So our brain wants to reward particular experiences that improve survival and punish us for particular experiences that decrease survival. Simple enough, right? Now, here's the problem. A bunch of people out there have figured out how to, in isolated ways, activate some of these circuits in our brain without actually providing us with the full benefit of what that circuit is for. Now, I recognize that sentence was kind of long, so I'll give you a simple analogy, right? So there's a difference between calories and nutrition, right? So one of them is, sure, it's like energy and fuel. It's a partial way to stay alive, right? We can eat calories, just plain calories. We can eat like a candy bar or a Twinkie, but that's very different from broccoli. Now, our taste buds and our GI system and even our brain has started to send rewarding signals to us when we eat calorically dense food because it sort of correlates with survival. So someone came along and is like, hey, I have a great idea. Let's make a candy bar. And with a candy bar, what we're going to get is a maximum activation of this particular circuit of the brain. But we're not going to include any nutrition in it, right? So what happens if you eat candy bars all day? You'll get a bunch of calories and you'll get arguably a bunch of pleasure, but you won't get the full, complete experience of nutrition. If you eat a bunch of candy bars, you'll develop obesity, you'll develop insulin resistance, you'll develop vascular complications, you'll literally...
That was the Healthy Gamer. And he was breaking down some very simple things, right? About why we have a brain and why it functions the way that it does. And this is leading to our topic tonight. Because I've been in this game a long time. And especially relationship talk, right? When you start talking about the problems, when you start talking about the psychology and the spirituality of, relational conflict, intrapersonal conflict, interpersonal conflict, when you start talking about, childhood trauma and, familial dysfunction and how it affects, adult relationships, what you'll get is a conditioned response. Many times people will be like, so what's the solution? Again, let me just say this. Krishnamurti was very big on making a distinction between technical knowledge and psychological knowledge. He said technical knowledge is very important, right? We have to know how to hunt, We have to know how to cook. We have to know how to build a stable and sound shelter. We have to know how to, craft clothes and shoes. And, technology is wonderful. It actually makes our life exceedingly convenient, right? Cell phones, computers, the whole 9 yards. Technology is great, right? Technical knowledge. Psychological knowledge is the problem, right? So when you hear me reference people like Babette Rothschild and her book, The Body Remembers, right? And this inner child stuff. Oh, something happened to you in childhood, and that inner child never grows up because it hasn't been healed. You hear her talk about unrequited wounds and all of that, right? That's psychological knowledge. The problem is we've been conditioned for someone else to provide a solution to us. So when people get on the radio or podcasts and they start talking about relationships and they start breaking it down and people get triggered and they, well, what's the solution? No. Can I explain it to you? See, you are your only solution, psychologically speaking. I know you're not ready for this. I know you're not ready to hear it put this way. You are the solution. Zoe can't give you an answer that is for you. Zoe can give you a tailor-made answer for himself that might inspire you to discover your own answer. But Zoe can't give you an answer. No one can. Tonight's topic, what's the solution? I think it was Bob Proctor who said, you are the only problem you will ever have, and you are the only solution. Change is inevitable. Personal growth is always a personal decision. Do you see? And when sometimes it's clinicians, sometimes it's regular folk. They just online looking for the clever thing to say. Everybody is clever, but no one appears to be aware. Oh, the popular phrase now is relationship is a mirror. They have no idea what it means. Oh, the popular phrase now is you get what you are. Have no idea what it means. Do you understand? Some people lean too much on their education, their Western education. Some people are so spiritual they can't articulate what it means. Do you understand? But you've been conditioned to beg for answers. Somebody got to give you the solution. I can't give you the solution to you. I know people don't want to hear it put this way. Is your inner narrative sabotaging your self-transformation? I know. Research in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, reveals that negative self-talk significantly influences emotional health. Studies indicate that reframing internal dialogue through mindfulness can reduce anxiety and improve overall mental well-being. This evidence suggests that the internal narrative we maintain might not only reflect but also create our personal obstacles. You are the problem and the damn solution. Zoe can say, hey, do you engage in negative self-talk? Well, yeah, a little bit sometimes. I'm my biggest critic. I tend to judge myself harsher than anybody else would. And all I can say is, don't do that. But I'm not your answer. You are your answer. You are your solution. Do cognitive biases and societal brain rot conspire to cripple your potential for inner awakening. See, because you got to go find your answer from somebody who actually did some self-work, right? All you can do is parrot another person's truth. And it makes you spiritually codependent. Well, Pastor said, well, Zoe said, well, if you're spiritually dependent, you're going to be codependent in relationships. I promise you. Because you're not about that life. You're not about internal work. Do you understand? So somebody got to make you happy. It ain't going to be you. Because you don't see yourself as the problem and the damn solution. Empirical insight. Studies in cognitive psychology, such as those exploring confirmation bias and information overload, confirm that low-quality, repetitive media content, societal brain rot, can impair decision-making. This disruption supports the idea that our mental diet critically shapes our capacity for self-awareness and authentic transformation. Can embracing the paradox of being both the problem and the solution redefine personal responsibility? We still looking for a knight in shining armor? Or our princess to show up and nurture us the way mama did? There is no sustainable external solution to the problem of you. Oh, damn. When I come forward, I'm going to continue frying your ass up like bacon on a Sunday morning. Let's go!
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
They can do anything they want to us. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips, I am a revolutionary.
On Saturday, February 22nd, you are invited to A Night with the Panthers, a special fundraiser dedicated to supporting Black Panther veterans who now require assistance with essential needs such as medicine, food, and housing. These Black Panther veterans championed human rights, fed the hungry, educated the community, and stood as powerful symbols of resistance and resilience. Despite their incredible sacrifices, loving and serving the people did not come with retirement plans or financial security. So, now it's our time to honor their legacy and ensure that they are cared for with the dignity they deserve. You can help by attending and supporting A Night with the Panthers, Saturday, February 22nd, 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Project 43 Team Post Center, 6841 Crenshaw Boulevard, Los Angeles. For more information, contact Black Panther Party Breakfast at gmail.com or call 707-554-2784. That's Black Panther Party Breakfast at gmail.com or call 707-554-2784. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Small businesses are the heart of America. But you don't have to go it alone. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Get the connections, education, and guidance you need with SCORE. We're ready to help. Find a mentor today at score.org.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. Every girl deserves a chance to shine. That's the belief behind Forgiving for Living, Inc. Since 1999, this organization has been empowering at-risk girls ages 13 to 18, helping them overcome behavioral and mental health challenges. Founder Wendy Gladney's personal journey inspired the mission to give girls hope and purpose through the power of forgiveness. Through their ambassador program, workshops, and annual conference, Forgiving for Living has touched over 3,000 young lives, providing mentoring, life skills, training, and tools for building self-esteem and confidence. You can make a difference. Visit forgivingforliving.org to donate, volunteer, become a mentor, or find help for a young girl in need. Forgiving for Living, Inc., building brighter futures for young girls. Visit forgivingforliving.org today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Def Jam. Rough Riders. My TP, creep with me. Why is it every move I make turns out to be a bad one? Where's my guardian angel? Need one? Wish I had one.
I'm right here, shorty, and I'ma hold you down. You tryna all these, I'ma show you how.
But who?
Name D like you, but my friends call me Damien. And I'ma put you into something about this Damien. You and me can take it there, and you'll be the hottest ever living.
That's a given?
You'll see.
That's what I've been wanting all my life. Thinking about my little man, so I called my wife. Yo, your dada's about to make it happen.
What you mean, man?
I'm about to make it rapping. Today I met this cat. He said his name was Damien. He thinks that we're a lot alike and wants to be my friend.
You mean like Chucky?
Yeah, just like Chucky.
Dada looks like we both lucky.
Yeah, the snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. How you gonna see him if you living in the fog? The snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. How you gonna see him if you living in the fog? The snake, the rat.
If you try and you fail, well, you have two options. Well, you have three. One is you can just ignore it. And sometimes that's the right thing to do, because if you tried again, it would work. Most entrepreneurs who become successful have failed in a dozen enterprises before. Imagine you don't ignore it. You're going to fix the problem. Well, then you have two choices. You could fix the world, or you could fix yourself. And let's say, well, fixing yourself is often, at least in principle, easier than fixing the world, although sometimes the world is wrong and you're right. Not very often, but sometimes, you know. So if you're going to fix yourself, the first thing that has to happen is that the part of you that's error-ridden has to die. It's, well, why have negative emotion? It's, well, you get anxious so that you stop doing things that might cause your own destruction. Like there's value in the signal, but because it's so difficult to determine, like if you're arguing with your wife, it's like, well, should she change or you? And the answer sometimes is she should, and sometimes the answer is you should, and sometimes the answer is you both should.
Listen, man. You're the problem. Relationships are designed to show you how you're the problem. You attract people who vibrate at the level of consciousness you're currently at, right? Again, manipulation would have no purpose in life if you weren't trying to protect something broken. There would be no need for control and manipulation if there weren't brokenness. So many of us, we've integrated our brokenness into our sense of self, into our self-concept. So to get rid of, as Dr. Peterson was saying, to fix yourself is, he says, some part of you got to die. Your ego is fearful of death more than anything else. Death is garlic to Dracula. Death is a cross to Dracula, to your ego. Your ego fears death, annihilation. This is what the Hindus and the mystics and the Tibetan monks and all the spiritual, we have to have ego annihilation. Now, Western thought says, no, the ego isn't inherently bad. There are some positives for it. The ego is the thing that helps create separation and boundaries. I am me, you are you, you know. But the reality of it is, when I have these conversations, people are like, what's the solution? They come in my chat. What's the solution? I'm not here to give you your answer. You are the pupil and the professor of the University of You. You come here because there has to be some kind of inspiration, some kind of trigger that causes you to reflect. In your self-reflection on your generational trauma, i.e. curriculum, you are to study that and come up with your own damn answer. I'm not here to give you the answer. I can lead you to the library of you, but I can't read nor understand the books of your lineage. You know that better than me. Has it ever dawned on you? Why is it that a narcissist can go to therapy and out-therapize a therapist? Because they have a set of rules and they have, you understand? They have a skill set. Let me go in here and learn this skill set and then manipulate the skill set so I can look like the victim and my partner look crazy, even though I'm the narcissist. Do you see? You know, narcissists are therapy proof, but they're not spirit proof. There's such a thing as a narcissistic collapse. The narcissist's Achilles heel is shame. Tug on that mask. As big as you claim to be, you are really small behind your aggrandizement. And there's nothing you can do to make me think that all these things you do to devalue, to minimize, to marginalize, makes you better than anybody. Oh, you done called out the narcissist. Lord have mercy. Don't do that. They gonna go crazy. You too small to affect me. I withdraw all attention, focus, and supply, and then go quiet. Boy, spirit work. You're the answer, but you're also the damn problem. Stop looking to people to fix it or to fix you. You are the one who broke you. Why? Why you say that, Zoe? I'll tell you when I come forward.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. President Trump is planning an executive order on D.C. crime and homelessness, pushing tougher gun crime penalties and clearing homeless camps. Black Mayor Muriel Bowser says she's unaware of details but has discussed crime prosecution with the administration. Wall Street is closing with stocks higher. Stocks went higher after President Trump ordered reciprocal tariffs on all trading partners. Trump also suggested that more tariffs are on the way, including ones on auto imports. Danielle Sassoon, the lead prosecutor in Black New York City Mayor Eric Adams' corruption case, has resigned instead of dropping charges. She did not mention the case in her resignation letter. And New York City leaders, including Brad Lander and Al Sharpton, are pushing back against President Trump's move to curb DEI efforts. Lander says companies like Walmart and Amazon are already rolling back diversity programs despite proof they boost performance. I'm Amber Payton on the Black Information Network, your home for Black News First.
Choking is the 4th leading cause of accidental deaths. LifeVac is a life-saving airway clearance device which has saved over 3,000 lives. Go to lifevac.com and enter promo code LIFE to save 20% to secure your home kit today.
What you want to do, huh? KBLA Talk 1580 is thrilled to share that we have been named as a semi-finalist for the coveted American Climate Leadership Awards honoring our climate work last year. We're also delighted to announce year 2 of our Climate Justice Crusade. This year's $2 million 12-month campaign will link and combat the relationship between climate change and poor health outcomes for African Americans and the poor. Climate inequities have taken a toll with multiple health triggers in the Black community, such as extreme heat and poor air quality, made worse by the recent wildfires. Our work to ensure climate justice and climate equity continues. In the coming weeks and months, you'll be hearing a lot more about our 2025 climate campaign. To learn more about our plans for this year and the companies and organizations supporting us, log on to our website at KBLA1580.com. Caring about the climate, caring about the community, changing the conversation. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
To the 100 million people who owe the IRS money, this message is for you. We've helped tens of thousands of people close the door on their tax debt. So if you feel like you're stuck in a hole with IRS tax debt, then this is the easiest way to get a resolution quickly. To qualify for a no-pay or low-pay resolution, visit taxclosure.org to get free from the IRS once and for all.
To keep your bank accounts, income, and assets secure, tax closure is your same-day cure.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. The Live Your Life organization mentors young women, helping them break negative mindsets and see beyond their surroundings. Through career exposure and hands-on training, they're encouraged to think big, stay focused, and make positive choices. Founded by Nikisha Mama Boo Smith, who transformed her life to become a community leader, Live Your Life is changing lives, but they need your help. They're raising funds to keep their new building open and expand their programs. Your donations will support food, clothes, hygiene products, and holiday giveaways. Visit liveyourlife32.com. That's LIVEYOLIFE32.com to help today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Time is up. The IRS is in full collection mode for 2024, issuing liens, levies, and garnishments to anyone who has a past tax debt or unfiled tax returns. Don't wait till it's too late. Your paycheck and bank accounts are at risk of being seized. Call now and stop the collection process today. If you're living check to check, no matter how much you're making, you still may qualify for the Fresh Start programs offered by the IRS to reduce or even eliminate your tax debt. It's just a 5-minute call to get your options, and it's free. If you owe back taxes, have years of unfiled tax returns, under audit, have a wage or bank levy, or finally just want to sleep better, business or personal, call the experts at Republic Tax Relief while there's still time. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and tough. This veteran-owned company has the fight you need to take on the IRS. Don't go at it alone. The call is free. Call their hotline number now, 800-652-1714. That's 800-652-1714. Find out if you qualify today. Call 800-652-1714 or go to republictaxrelief.com.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, Black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
We each walk the path that you've chosen. I'm ready to meet 'em, cause where I'm living ain't right. Black hate white, white hate black, it's right back to the same fight. They got us suspecting the war, but the real war's to follow the law of the Lord. Lord, you left me stranded, and I don't know why. Told me to live my life, now I'm ready to die. Ready to fly, I cried, but I shed no tears. You told me you would dead those fears. It's been years, snakes still coming at me. Just listen. Sometimes I think all you do with me is just listen. I thought that I was special, that's what you told me. Hold me, stop acting like you don't know me. When I do so bad that it sent you away from me. Not only sent you away, but made you stay away from me. My child, I'm here as I've always been. It is you who went away and now are back again. What did I say? Follow your word and be true. What did you do? Well, what I wanted to do. What have you seen? Darkness and hell at a glance. What do you want? All I want is another chance to meet 'em. Cause where I'm living ain't right. Black hate white, white hate black. It's right back to the same fight. They got us suspecting the war, but the real war's to follow the law of the Lord. I'm ready to meet 'em, cause where I'm living ain't right. Black hate white, white hate black. It's right back to the same fight. They got us suspecting the war, but the real war's to follow the law of the Lord. Just because you went away, my doors are not locked. Wanna come back home? All you gotta do is knock. You see, I left home a boy, but returned as a man.
Unhelpful thoughts are like a pair of glasses on someone's head that they are looking for but can't find because they forgot that they put them on their head. When solving life's problems, we often forget to look in the one place where most problems originate, either completely or partially, and that is our own unhelpful thoughts. We've become so used to looking at life through one particular lens that we forget that this is just one possible lens and that there are many other lenses to choose from.
So, and I'm trying to give you so many different angles. Because I know people are going to say, no, you get information from everybody. You learn from everybody. You have to be open and blah, 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 blah. Self-knowledge, right? The accumulation of self-knowledge comes via the mirror of relationship. If embraced without judgment, you see yourself as you are, not as you wish to be. You see yourself as you are. And in seeing yourself as you are, you begin the process of individuation. That's what Carl Jung was talking about. An individuated person is an integrated person. Persona and shadow integrated into one. See, this goes back to my point about manipulation. It is so fearful and daunting and arduous, difficult, challenging, harrowing to look at oneself, to accept oneself as they are. Right? So, manipulation becomes highly important in order to get what your wounds desire. Can you imagine a relationship without expectation of the other? Can you imagine what unconditional love would actually look like? No, you can't, because your brokenness is part of who you think you are. So you're always in some kind of hyper-vigilant, self-protective, manipulative mode to get what your wounds constantly crave. You're the problem and the solution. The great Krishnamurti framed it this way. He said, if we can really understand the problem, the answer will come out of it, because the answer is not separate from the problem. We've made our damn partners the problem. If you would just act right, get some act right. Like, people want to challenge me and my thoughts on relationships, and I can see through your manipulation. I didn't ask for the gift. God gave it to me. All I need is 3 to 5 minutes of listening to you, and I can hear it. I can see it. I've been doing it for over 30 years now. It's just what it is. Listen, you want to have a real relationship with somebody else. You have to get on the process, on the journey of self-individuation. You have to integrate your ugly. So many people are afraid of their ugly. They ignore their ugly. They mistreat their ugly. They're dismissive to their ugly. They marginalize their ugly. They suppress and repress their ugly. And then blame the person when they show up and reflect the ugly back. I am a good person. No, you'd like to think you're a good person. Is your quest for external validation just a facade, masking a deeper fear of true introspection? Here's the empirical insight. Attachment theory research demonstrates that early relational experiences shape our later need for external validation. Studies reveal that individuals with insecure attachment patterns are more prone to seeking approval from outside sources, indicating that a failure to engage in introspective work might be at the root of this behavior. You're the problem. Hey, Zoe, what's the solution? You. Well, no, I got the problem. I come to you for the answer. You're the answer. Now, all I could do maybe is shed light on the answer that's in you. Have you ever looked in this compartment? No, I never look in that compartment. That's the compartment of, my issues with my mama. I don't look in that little box of my soul. Get in there and look at. Do you understand? Could dissolving the duality between self and other unlock the radical key to authentic transformation? Emerging research in social neuroscience, particularly studies on mirror neurons, highlights our brain's capacity for empathy and connection. This evidence supports non-dual teachings, suggesting that transcending the artificial boundaries between the self and others can enhance both personal growth and deeper intrapersonal relationships. Do you understand? I don't want to look at myself. I want somebody else to be the solution to my problem. I want my pastor to be the reason I got better. Don't put that on your pastor. Your pastor is really just a cheerleader. You still got to do the spiritual work. You have to embody the message. You have to have your own walk and talk with Christ. Or Allah, or whatever belief you have. You have to embody the work. And then the pastor himself got problems. That's right, Truemonger. Is the relentless pursuit of quick fix solutions a symptom of deeper spiritual immaturity? We live in a spiritually immature society where answers are given to you. You think because you educated, you created the answers? No, you memorized the answers. You memorized the problem, and then you memorized the answers. You're not really thinking. You haven't created an original thought in your life. Come on, man. You're living a pattern. You're living in a pattern. If you live in a pattern, are you not a prisoner? Psychological studies indicate that an obsession with instant results often prevents sustained introspection. Developmental psychology research finds that meaningful self-actualization arises from long-term reflective practices rather than superficial quick fixes, a notion that challenges the modern obsession with immediate gratification. Is that not our relationships? All I got to do is act a certain way. Listen, women have learned how to feign and fake empathy and caring and kindness and sweetness and class. They learn how to fake all of that because they know if I give this man this who is broken, he'll give me the world. Men, on the other hand, understand if I get all that I can get from the world, she'll see that I represent some type of stability. I don't have to heal internally, but because the world is rough out there, the streets is ugly. Ooh, I know y'all don't want to hear it put that way. She'll acquiesce in exchange for provisions and protection and security. But the problem still exists. Listen, when we come forward, you think I'm done cooking? I'm not. I got a lot to talk about.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-511-2112. That's 800-511-2112. 800-511-2112.
The following is not a contest and is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways for the purpose of soliciting sales of vacation ownership. For complete details, please visit fvgradio.com. If you want a complimentary stay in Cancun at a luxury resort, then Family Vacation Getaways may have your ticket to paradise. We're giving away a 5-day and 4-night stay to the first qualified 50 callers who can name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. An animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. Do you know it? Call now, 800-868-6431. 800-868-6431. You may also be eligible for an exciting bonus vacation to Orlando, Florida for just $398. And don't worry about anything ruining your plans. We can extend your travel up to 18 months. Name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird, and you may be eligible to get a complimentary Cancun resort stay and an optional bonus vacation to Orlando for just $398. What are you waiting for? Call 800-868-6431. Again, call 800-868-6431 and give us your answer.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
yo, what's my name? DMX and I be the best. You see the rest, they looking like they need a rest. One more time, I'ma spit at you some hits that's gonna get at you and be messing with your mind. Stop talking quick, cause you out there running your mouth, really don't know who you dealing with. Here we go again. How many times do I have to tell you rap cats I have no friends? You still acting up, running around here like some brand new chicken that's about to get. The game don't stop, I'm still getting down for whatever, whenever, that's why this joint is hot. Can't keep it real. Now, some of us do, but most of us don't, that's just how I brother feel. I shed blood for my people that'll keep you looking see-through if ever you try to creep through. DMX, cause if it's one that we got it, come and get it, player, we with it. All you gotta do is say it, baby. Ride or die, what I really want, what I really want. DMX, cause if it's one that we got it, come and get it, player, we with it. All you gotta do is say it, baby. Ride or die, what I really want, what I really want. You still playing games, you gon' think it's a joke until they no longer remember your name. That's how we do.
It's a broken culture, it's a broken society, and hip-hop is hurting things. But I also want to talk to you about something I've realized. Even if Black Americans are aware and know their history, right? And you can get Black conservatives who understand the history much more, who understand, you know, the ills of the left and what the left has done. But still in that regard, they bring to the conservative side the same bad habits that I was hoping Black conservatives would be abandoning. And what I'm talking about, number one, is conflict resolution. Black Americans do not know how to resolve basic conflicts. Everything has to turn into a fight. I hate you forever. You got to draw lines. It's like you're this gang or that gang. And you still see it happening in politics.
Mm-hmm. Is that Candace Owens? Girl, knock it off. Boy, Candace, don't do that. Listen, this is what I mean by articulate, but not necessarily intelligent. Gosh, and I'm not saying Candace isn't an intelligent woman. She is intelligent, but that wasn't an intelligent thing to say. Black people don't have conflict resolution. What you should say, you should speak in English prime. E without the verb is or to be. Many Black people within the Black community, American Black community, lack conflict resolution skills. But that could be applied to many other cultures as well. Some but all, some but not all. You can't just have a universal blanket license. Black people don't have, or Black people have the poorest, conflict resolution skills. But many people go to Candace for solutions, right? The solution is internal. You have to look at things from a more balanced perspective. You're saying Black people as a whole lack right? Conflict resolutions. And then I'm going to say, where's the metric? Where's the empirical insight that backs it? Is that thought undergirded by something empirical? A study? A theory? No, it's just your opinion. But in this culture, the content creator, their opinion is gospel. And I'm telling you, no one's opinion of you can be gospel. Only your opinion of yourself should be the gospel of you. See, this is how you become your own problem. I've been following you, Zoe, ever since the foxhole and back in 2010. And brother, you changed my life. No, you changed your life. You may have heard me say something that was inspirational. You may have heard me say something that was probably something you were thinking already, and I articulated it in a way that you had yet to discover or hear. But again, I didn't do the work. I just said something. You did the work. I can take no credit for that. Do you see? No one is an expert of you but you. And when you defer and delegate, right? Oh, you're the expert of me, because if it wasn't for you, I would know this about me. No, sorry, that's not how it works. How do cognitive biases and metaphysical insights collide to shape your internal dialogue and hinder self-healing? Daniel Kahneman's work on cognitive biases, like anchoring and confirmation bias, demonstrates that our minds are prone to systematic errors in judgment. Integrating these findings with metaphysical approaches, ergo mindfulness and self-inquiry, suggest that overcoming these biases is essential for clarity and authentic healing. Nobody wants to be clear. No. A mask is a tool to obfuscate. A mask is a tool to cover and hide. In the Quran, they would call you a kafir, right? To cover. The kafir, to cover. Or munafiqan, a hypocrite. You want to obfuscate the real you, so you can protect your inner childhood wounds, so you can manipulate and get what you want. You think getting what you want from an external source is the key to happiness. You don't see yourself as a problem. As long as you're winning, you think cool, right? But think of it this way. You're not growing spiritually, psychologically. And then when you get old, you lose value in a superficial society. In a superficial society, you get old. Ooh, the bargaining chips start to go away. You are the problem, but you're also your solution. Zoe can't be your solution. No one can be your solution. Self-knowledge is the key to self-realization. When we come forward, hour number 2.
You saw that kid? It's the last time you see that kid. No more deaths. Because in a minute you're going to have grandma being the only family member left. Bust my. I got to kill a sucker, but I'm always down for the one-on-one. Dog, no life. We gon' get to the bottom of this here.